Figure 8 Fitness is an 8-week home workout program founded by dance professional Jana Kunitz that's based on dynamic core cardio training, which sounds really cool, but what is it? And is it really revolutionary? Or just a cool way to say something that people have already been doing? By the end of this video, you'll understand not only what Figure 8 Fitness is, but how it works, why it works, when does it not work, and who are the people most likely to benefit from purchasing this program versus putting together a program for themselves. Welcome to the next episode of Flat Stomach, Scam versus the Real Way to Lose Belly Fat series. If you want to know when the next episode drops, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell icon. Hi VivaFam, this is Richa from CoachViva.com. Let's go.
So how does Figure 8 Fitness work? Going back to the concept of dynamic core training, how is it different from just regular cardio and strength training your core on the side? At the basic level, it's not really that much different than that. The program is a series of cardio dance workouts with ab exercises built into them. But where it's different from just taking an aerobics class or doing a handful of exercises on your own is that it does structure it in a way that helps introduce all the movements in a more fun dance-like environment, and one that you can do in the comfort of your home, of course. So how is it structured? Figure 8 Fitness programs comes in 3 phases: learn, burn, and sculpt. During the learn phase, you're learning the essentials of all of the core movements you have to do. Jana teaches you how to activate your core muscles in each of the movements, including the front abs, the side obliques, and the back. She also teaches you how to go through each movement pattern fluidly and use your hips like trained dancers do. So this is great for mobility and decreases risk of injury when you're ready to jump in. Phase 2 is burn, which is basically the cardio workout portion. Here you get a series of cardio workout videos that utilize the core movement patterns that you learn in phase 1. They are cardio intensive and will keep your heart rate up. There's also a metabolic accelerator workout, which is essentially a HIIT style workout with 30-second intervals and high intensity core exercises. Finally, the sculpt phase, which is their version of the strength training phase. You get strength workouts for your arms, back, shoulders, legs, and of course abs. And the program claims that during phase 3, it'll help you tone your muscles but not get bulky. But as you know, if you watched our previous video on toning versus building muscle, there's no exercise that specifically helps you tone muscle without getting bulky. You only build muscle or you don't, and you build enough muscle and choose to stop. And that's how you keep from getting bulky. These exercises seem to be designed to not take you past a certain level, such that you won't gain too much muscle even if you keep doing it. These exercises were more designed to plateau after a certain point, which means you don't keep getting stronger or build more muscle after that certain point. So that's probably why they claim to tone without making you bulky. But we'll dive more into that later on. So which phase are you most interested in so far? Comment below and let me know. Along with the program, you also get a nutrition guide, a fitness guidebook with step-by-step instructions on the movements that you use in your workouts, along with modifications to any exercises that you find difficult to do. You also get a workout tracking journal and a belly fat report, which is a guide that basically tells you how healthy you are based on measurements like your belly fat and your hip measurement. And of course, you get 14 videos of home workout sessions. As of this recording, this all costs $47 for everything, with a 60-day money-back guarantee. Okay, now let's start covering the pros.
Pro number 1, it's step-by-step and really tries to ease you in. I really love how the program starts with the education piece, which is the phase 1. A lot of people injure themselves by just diving into the program, trying to keep up with the instructors in the video without really paying attention to their form, because they didn't really get to understand how the movements work and how they actually affect your body before jumping into the deep throttle intense workout. I'm actually someone who's guilty of doing this. I used to do Insanity, and in part of Insanity, there's a lot of jumping up and down and a lot of high impact on your knees. I did not take the time to really learn what is the proper form I should be in when I'm in the plank position and trying to get my knees to come to the left of me and then to the right of me. And I banged up my knees really bad. As a result, even 5-6 years later, I actually have major knee problems because I never took the time to really understand the movements and make sure that I'm doing the movements correctly instead of just trying to keep up in whatever bad form I could. So if you're actually doing the figure eight program, I really recommend taking the time to go through the education phase. Your form is the most important thing ever. It's not important to keep up with the instructors. Because trust me, you don't want to find out that you've banged up your body so bad that simple activities like walking too much or walking on uneven surfaces or going for a hike is really causing your knee to flare up and you can't even do those things anymore. There are also videos where she puts you at the back of the class so you can actually be part of the class and see everyone's form and try to follow along.
The second thing is that the workouts are fun. Pretty much across the board, people who have purchased this workout have loved it and said that the top reason is that it's fun and it makes them actually look forward to doing the workouts. And yeah, I can see why. Anyway. And remember, no program matters if you can't consistently stick to it. All of the workouts are in Latin-inspired dance form that includes core strengthening exercises as well. For instance, you're doing crunches while standing up and pulsing to the beat rather than on a gym floor. Now, whether or not this is the most efficient way to train your abs, we'll talk more later on. But the fact that it's fun and hooks a lot of people will really appeal to especially dance lovers.
Pro number 3, a variety of intense at-home cardio workout. The workouts are indeed very intense. You can do them at home and there are 14 of them, so you won't get bored very soon. As with most aerobic or dance classes, you can push to whatever feels challenging for you, no matter what your fitness level. They also have a special metabolic accelerator. This is really just a fancy term for a high intensity interval training or HIIT workout. As we've discussed in the other videos in the series, a HIIT workout produces an after-burn effect, which means that you continue to burn calories even after you're done with your workout. However, it does not permanently increase your metabolism, which the wording can sometimes mislead people into thinking that. We made a whole video which explains how to have peak metabolism. Go ahead and check it out in the link in the description below. And yes, the figure eight exercises use a lot of core muscles, which makes a lot of sense given Jana's dance background. Figure eight fitness claims that it works your core from 3 planes: forward and backward, side to side, and rotational. They say that this allows you to target your midsection from all angles, and this allows you to create a toned, flexible, and pain-free midsection. This is great for conditioning your core from a muscle endurance, stability, and mobility perspective, which is really key for general health and injury prevention. And yes, it can also provide a great cardio workout, but that alone doesn't necessarily give you a flat, toned stomach. We'll elaborate more on what we mean when we talk about the cons of this program.
And finally, as of this recording, they seem to have a pretty active Facebook community. A lot of people who have gone through the figure eight fitness program like the fact that it has a private Facebook community where people can share inspirational stories to help motivate one another. If having a community is very important to you, then this may be something that's for you. Okay, now let's look at some of the things that are not so great about figure eight fitness.
Con number 1, it may be too intense and unsustainable. Figure eight fitness claims that its customers see between 10 to 55 pound loss in 8 weeks. That's about 1.25 to 6.8 pound loss per week, which is really impressive. Although keep in mind that this is a really large range and it only includes people who actually finish the whole program. And your personal body size is going to have a huge impact on what your rate will look like. For example, a 200 pound 6 feet man can expect to lose weight at a rate that is twice as fast as a 130 pound 5 feet 3 woman. So when we dug in, this is what we found about the program. You must work out 5 days a week for the first 3 weeks, and then 6 days a week after that. And each workout is 30 to 60 minutes long, and they are intense. Most people compare figure eight fitness's workouts to Beachbody's P90X program. From my personal training experience, 90% of people are not able to stick to the schedule. And the ones who can complete the program still are not able to sustain it for long after that. After the 8 weeks are over, you can transition to a more maintenance style of workout, although the program doesn't really tell you what this actually is. The bottom line is, if you commit to this program, you need to really make space for this in your schedule, or you need to be okay with lowering your expectations of what the results might be. If you only have 20 minutes a day to work out, then this program may not be for you. For me personally, I only have about 40 minutes a day to work out. I'm curious, how many minutes do you have in a day to work out? Comment below and let me know.
This con specifically applies to phase 3, which is the strengthening and toning and muscle building phase. Now remember how earlier we mentioned that the program may not tone your muscles the way you think. I'll address what we mean now. And this con is more of a myth bust / clarification. We included in this review because we think it's really important that people set realistic expectations before they buy a program. If toning your abs is what you're really looking for, rather than just getting a cardio workout in, then you might not get the results that you expect. Because the ab exercises in figure 8 fitness don't take you through a progressive overload process. You're doing mostly the same exercises over and over again, which means if you've never done any sort of strength type exercise before, yes, you might notice, whoa, I spilled, oh no. You might notice some muscle gain in the first 4 to 6 weeks or so, but eventually people will find that they start to plateau after a certain point. So because these ab exercises are so high rep that they're pretty much endurance exercises, you won't be building muscle, which in our other video, we mentioned that that's important for toning, although it does help with cardio and of course overall fat burning. And the other thing is you can't spot reduce weight loss. So a lot of people think that if you do a lot of ab exercises, you'll lose fat from your abs, but that's not the way it works. If you lose fat, you will lose fat from all over your body. You can't pick which one to take the fat out of. So the only way to lose fat from a specific target area is to keep your nutrition in check such that you're eating in a calorie deficit. And yes, you can help that along by doing some cardio workouts, but nutrition always comes first, and lose fat overall. And some of that fat will come from the target area that you want. The good thing is that Figure 8 Fitness does include a nutrition guide, so they do take that into account.
Con number 3, it is not recommended for people with back problems. Since Figure 8 Fitness includes a lot of dance movements, it requires a lot of hinging and rotating from your core, which isn't great for you if you have back problems. If that's you, you may want to look into more traditional programs that make more use of your arms and legs than they do of your hips and waist. Despite the fact that Figure 8 Fitness claims that you will have a pain-free midsection after the program, quite a few reviews have complained that their back problem actually got worse. We think the less back pain claim is more targeted towards people who already do not have a back problem. If you don't have any back problems, then those exercises strengthen and condition your core even more. As a general rule, don't rely on a commercial workout program to rehabilitate your injured body parts. For rehabilitation, go see a physical therapist.
So who's it for? If you're someone who enjoys dancing, likes high-intensity workouts, prefer a step-by-step plan, and enjoy having a community around you, then Figure 8 Fitness might be for you.
So who is it not for? If you're someone who does not have 5 to 6 days available for a workout in a week, or you're interested in building more ab muscles beyond the first 3 to 4 months, or you're already lean and more interested in building abs than in losing more fat, or you have back problems, then Figure 8 Fitness may not be for you. Comment below and let me know if you decided if Figure 8 Fitness is for you.
Hey there, if you want to know when the next episode drops, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell icon. Until then, keep crushing it.